Hi, Omega Khaos here again, with another episode of Dueling with Omega Khaos, Season 5, and this time I am trying with the Dracoslayer Performapal deck. Of course, as you know, the Performapal deck got hit quite a lot with the adjusted ban list, but the deck is still definitely good. It just is not as broken anymore, and still has quite a lot of competitive potential. I think as long as this card exists, Pendulum Sorcerer, the deck will be relevant in some way. Oh, Twin Twister, well that kinda sucks. Unfortunately my hand is not that great currently. Instant fusion as well. Yeah, I'm not sure if I can win this duel at this point. Yeah, I'm of course not an expert of this deck, so the build might not be the most optimal, but I have tested it quite a bit and it works pretty well. I play the Ariadne version because I can shut down your opponent pretty well with the counter traps and all that, but if your opponent has Twin Twister, then yeah, it's a different story, especially because we don't have access to Infinity anymore, and of course Tualamayos got rightfully hit, but you can still use Infinity in other decks, and some are even trying out the Chronomal engine in Performapals to just get access to Infinity. But I'm not sure if that's the best idea, really. If you really want to use it, you have to commit more cards to that engine. And you're in this deck, you still have space problems. Your opponent was Dark Rebellion for no reason at all. Kinda unusual. But let's see what I should do at this point. I think I should activate Ariadne and this our draw, and then Pendulum Summon. Of course, second donkey, you now have to use this card, of course, because you lost the jokers. Yep, activate both effects. Destroy Ariadne and Wizard Draw. We get the Quid Turtle and what else? Another Wizard Draw or Monkey Board? I think I will keep the monkey board for later, so I'll get the lizard draw first. Actually, I did it wrong because now I can't really use the effect of second donkey, so yeah, I kinda screw it up quite vastly. But oh well, like I said, I'm not really the best player with this deck, so okay, well, these 3 cards, the opponent gives me one of them. So in order to add the Performapal to your hand, you have to have it as 2 scales active, but I destroyed them, so I guess I think there is a way where you can still get the search as well, but you will have to do your chains, right? Because both are you can optional effects, but second tongue is when effect and sorcery is if effect, so this can miss a timing, but Sorcerer cannot. Let's activate this other as well. Okay, throwing a lot of traps in here. I need to get rid of the Dark Rebellion, of course. I think I will go for Dark Rebellion of my own. Exhiru Shock. I'm not sure why my opponent even used it. With no monsters on my side. Last turn. So run over that. Gonna set two traps again. Hopefully my opponent doesn't have Twin Twisters this time. Yeah, that's why kind of back row kind of sucks nowadays, but I still like to run back row because I like to run protection. If I don't have it, I don't really feel comfortable at all. I guess it's what we called, Omega Khaos' trap dilemma. Also, regionals is at this Sunday. And yeah, unfortunately I didn't get Vortex time at the right time, so I'm probably not going to do very well. Of course I'm playing my Odd Magician deck, but of course we'll see. Of course I will probably upload at this video when I come back. I might do a regional report video, but I'm not sure if I want to do that, especially if I do really badly like I predict. But if I think I'll let it go. It's not really anything too threatening for me. My opponent might mill some good cards, but it's all random, so I'm not really too concerned with that. But if you want to see the regional report video, then definitely let me know in the comments. Oh, Gospel of Revival, that's definitely a really good card. When my opponent tries to attack, I sense Honest. My opponent, I guess, didn't really want to attack into it. Yeah, Monkey Board, of course, went to 1. I think it was definitely a good move, because it's pretty much 1 card Pendulum Scale, and yeah. It just interacts with other cards too well, like Joker and Sorcerer. I'm going to activate, of course, in the Pendulum Scale. I can throw another card. Kui Turtle is also, of course, really good. And of course, we are still getting more support for Performapals in the future as well. It's definitely interesting in the starter deck, but it's probably not going to be as pendulum based. At least it seems with the new boss monster. You retribute the non-pendulum Performapal for it, then you can destroy Okay, so I guess I will summon all of them. No, actually, I still summon the Sorcerer. That sucks. No point, of course, I would have won anyway, because all the damage. So yeah, first duel with this deck, at least on the video, so I think it's pretty good, still, really powerful. So I guess let's go to the next duel. And I'm back. So let's see how it goes this time. Right now, of course, there are a lot of salty performance players out there, because the deck got so badly hit and so fast, which is definitely very untypical of Konami. It was definitely very unexpected, but I think it was definitely really good that they actually did that. And of course, like you see, the deck is far from that. It's probably still one of the top decks alongside Cosmo and Monarch. Burning Abyss also is pretty good. They can also abuse the Phantom Knights in the deck, possibly. Personally, of course, I don't like to use Burning Abyss in Phantom Knights. Oh, my punch just quit for no reason. I guess maybe it didn't have the combo after all. Well, let's go to the next duel again. And I'm back again. So let's see. I think I want to go second. Well, of course, because the counter traps won't actually maybe go first. But it's also one of my dilemmas, I guess. Sometimes, like, do you want to get that 6 card still, despite the disadvantage of going second sometimes. Now, Crystal Beast, well, I don't think this duel is going to be very difficult. But we'll see, I guess. I just don't see my opponent being able to do much. Okay, Mass Chameleon, I think not that bad card. You just use it to, of course, make synchros and, of course, search with King of Realms. Definitely not terrible. So first going to activate Master Pendulum Dracoslayer. Of course, you have to now use more of this. Then Ariadna as well. Just so I can activate Master Pendulum's Pendulum effect to destroy Ariadna in my Pendulum Zone to get the effect. Activate Ariadna's effect. Currently run 6 counter taps, 3 Swarm Strike, 1 Swarm Warning, and 2 Grand Horror Heavens. You also could run the Ultimate Providence, but the fact, in order to actually use it, you have to have Ariadna in your Pendulum scale, so you don't have to pay the cost for it. Otherwise, it's not really that great. Because the cost is very heavy. You would discard the same type of card you are going to negate. Guess what I'm wanting? Definitely a really good card. For sure. Don't also activate Performapal Silver Crow. Not a pretty good Performapal monster. Then I guess Pendulums might just Ariana. Because I can just Numa Summon Mass Chameleon. Then Numa Summon Mass Chameleon. Then probably Synchro Summon into something. Yeah, could summon the Ignister Prominence for sure. Yeah, definitely a good idea, I guess. Synchro Shock. I'm going to get my Dracoslayer from the deck. I guess why not get Luster Pendulum? Destroy this and then I will bounce from my opponent's cards, and it's a non-targeting effect which is definitely really good. Of course, Luster Pendulum was also put to 1, which is definitely pretty surprising, considering they still want to promote those Dracoslayer cards. Crystal Release as well. Get Ruby Carbuncle. Definitely not bad. And then set 3 and then my turn. Definitely a pretty good setup for sure. Our opponent just ends their turn. Interesting. I don't think my opponent is really going to survive then. At least it's very unlikely. Then I summon a Dracoslayer from my deck. This time it's going to be Master Pendulum. And then Pendulum Shogun. Master Pendulum and Ariadna. So this time I'm going to, I think, destroy Ariadna. And send Ruby Carbon to the deck. And this triggers my Ariadna to get more traps. This time there are really only 3 choices, so I can't really resolve Ariadna again, because I now don't have 3 counter traps in my deck. But I think it still should be fine. Yeah, even more Sunstrike. Pretty good, pretty good. Which one I want to summon? Is it Manchester or something else? I think Manchester is kind of better, so I can search for more pendulums, but now it won't go to the extra deck at the same time as well. But I don't think it really matters, I'm going to win either way. I just have, too many cards. Yeah, this deck can still gain a lot of advantage for sure. And it's still pretty aggressive as well, but you really can't probably OTK as consistently anymore. Or make completely unbreakable boards. You'll definitely need Ariadne to lock down your opponent. And then set some strikes as well. Then search. But what I should search? I guess this time I will get Joker. That one also got limited to 1, which also hurt my Odd Magician deck a lot. I actually completely had to rethink my deck after my Odd Magician deck after this got hit. Okay, Crystal Promise. Well, I will let my opponent have that. I don't really care. I just have way too much advantage currently, and 5 back rows. Oh, Crystal Release as well. And not too bad, I guess. No, opponent can at least run over the Manchester. Oh, actually must attack that. I'm not sure why. We must activate Crystal Abundance. But I think Solar Warning should be able to negate that. Yeah, like I thought. activate Solemn Warning, and now it's game over. Yeah, that could have been pretty dangerous actually. If I didn't have Solemn Warning, I could have been screwed. And I would have lost probably to a Crystal Beast deck, and that would have been pretty embarrassing. But well, Crystal Abundance is a very powerful card, of course. Well, and that's it for this episode of Dueling with Omega Khaos Season 5. Of course, I used this deck in this episode just to show that Performapal Dracoslayer Pendulum deck is definitely not dead at all. It's still very powerful, can do a lot of plays, and of course a lot of good plays with Ariana as well. So, I hope you enjoyed this episode. For now, goodbye and Omega Khaos out.